Now we are going to talk about the transportation section of the job. As you can see, first step it will be under the operation employee. He will specify the shipment type. Is it FCL, LCL, bulk, or airport? In this case, it's an FCL shipment. Truck requirement. Is it required a normal truck, a low bed truck, a reefer container truck, or a normal DN? In our case, let's say it's a normal truck. Kindly mention transportation order. Of course, you know this one. It will be issued through EDI portal to the transporter, whoever you choose, whether the transporter is Wusul Logistics or any other transporter. You will mention the transportation order number here. This is just an example. This is not an accurate number. Then you will start filling out the additional information. When is the last day to pull out the shipment in port? For example, 5th of February. When is the last day to return the empty container to the shipping agent? Let's suppose 8th of February. Then we will save. Then the delivery location and point of contact for delivery. For example, second industrial, or this one is for AMJ, AMJ JBL, and the person of contact information. It will be here. His name, his phone number, and so on. Who will be the transporter? You can Wusul, Asra, or client side. For in our case, we'll say Wusul. And to whom you assign this one to, we will assign this one, for example, to Tawsif, to Mr. Tawsif. Then we'll go to complete task. Now, we'll go also here to assign to Mr. Tawsif again. In our case, Tawsif now is responsible for the transportation. Mr. Tawsif will begin filling out the transportation scope of the work, which is booking details and transportation details and damage and detention. Now, for booking details, the booking order, when you book it on ADI system, you need to specify which day and time you booked. For example, let's say 6th of February, we booked the shipment on 9 a.m. For example, you will save and you will start. This is the driver that will move the shipment. This is his name and this is his truck. The delivery will be, you have two type of deliveries: direct delivery to the client or to Soul Yard for storage. This one will say it's a direct delivery, for example, and this one is the booking invoice for EDI invoice. For each container or each shipment you book, you will get an EDI invoice that will be paid directly from the transportation account. You will upload a copy of the invoice, the booking, alongside with the booking invoice. You will upload it here. Then you'll complete the task. Second part will be the transportation. As you know, sometimes the booking will stop for a whatever reason, delays from our side, delays from the client side, sorry, from the custom sides. So the actual pullout date and the booking date can sometimes not match. So for pullout date, you will need to mention the actual pullout date of the shipment. It was actually pulled out on this date. Delivery date, it was delivered to the client on this date, and this is the proof of delivery. This is the BOD of the shipment. Was the empty container returned to the agent? Yes, no, no empty return. This one is a container, so there is an empty return to the agent, so we'll choose yes. Then we will upload the ERI, or the empty return proof for the shipment. For example, you will upload the empty return proof. Then you will say complete task. Then you need to fill out the damage and detention report of the container. If the container had any damage or detention done with it, you need to fill out the information. Uh, there's any additional charges, damage, detention, etc. In our case, will be no. Uh, if there was, what's the reason? Is it detention, damage, cleaning fee, or other? Or there is no additional. This one is a multiple choice list, so you can choose more than one. But in our case, there is no additional charges. So we'll choose only one. There is no additional charges. In case of additional charges, who is responsible? وصول client, or there is no additional for us, then we will complete task. As soon as this task is completed, we will assign this back to the accountant department, which will be now Mr. Amir. I think because he will handle following up with the deposit return. This is for the deposit claim. Claim was sent to the agent. Which date did we send the claim to the agent? For example, it was sent to the agent, to the shipping agent on 10th of February. Submitted by who? Who did we send the claim with? Mr. For example, Zahir, or Mr. Abu Wa'il, or Mr. Abdulaziz. This is the employee that we sent the claim with, and we have received the amount from the agent on this day. Then we'll save, and then we'll complete our task. Then the invoicing part will go to Mr. Shams. We'll assign back to Mr. Shams, for example, to issue the invoice. Mr. Shams, after when this one is assigned to him, he will receive an email that this one is ready for to be invoiced. Mr. Shams will go here. He will check everything regarding the shipment, any invoices, any attachments, to issue his invoice accordingly. After checking all the documents submitted and all the receipts and proof of payments attached from other employees, based on that, he will issue his invoice, and he will share with us his invoice number and his invoice date, and the invoice was sent to the client on which date, and this is the invoice copy. Then we'll complete the final task of our work. Then he'll go to complete checklist, which now means the checklist is done. If we go here, checklist, see this one. These are the pending checklists at the beginning. This one changed from due soon to overdue. If we go to recently completed, this is the one that we just completed. Uh, for this tutorial, this is the one that we just completed. If there is any comments or any additional notes that you need to add, kindly contact me. This is an easy software, and it's a flexible software that we can adjust on how we see fit. So please, if you have any comments or suggestions, please contact me.